Hello and welcome back to the IPL YouTube channel. Today we're going to be looking at a Week 2 matchup of Nick and the Compton Caterpies versus Jared and the Hollywood Hawluchas. Both teams lost in Week 1, so they look to bounce back after their 0-1 starts. Why don't we get going right into the battle? Alright, so we're going to see Jared leading with his Ace Mega Aerodactyl and Nick coming in with his Landorus Therian to intimidate the Aerodactyl. Good play by Nick there. See what he's going to go for. Aerodactyl Mega Evolves as expected. Landorus goes to the U-turn. Quillfish makes sense. Heliolisk makes sense too. It's going to be the Quillfish who comes in, kisses, and puts Aerodactyl a -2 attack. Aerodactyl is going to go for the Ice Fang, and it's resisted, does not do him. Oh, and a freeze! A 10% chance to freeze. The Aerodactyl gets onto the Quillfish. Very unlucky bit of hacks for Nick. We see Jared switch out from his Aerodactyl into his Latios. Still frozen solid for the Quillfish. Nick switches out into Porygon 2. Latias goes for the Psyshock, which does a bit of damage. Porygon 2 very bulky with that Eviolite. Draco Meteor comes in. Latios sitting at -2 special attack. Porygon 2 is at 21%. Recover, a good play by the Compton Caterpies, forcing Delta to switch out at this point, which it does, and it goes into the Bronzong. Porygon 2 elects to go for the Thunder Wave. Not that big of a deal. Seeing as a lot of people like to run Gyro Ball on the Bronzong, it's not very fast. Landorus Therian comes in to intimidate that Bronzong. Has type advantage on it too with EQ. Don't expect EQ here because Jared has so many immunities to EQ. But let's see what Nick goes for. Nick goes for the knockoff. Not going to do much. Aerodactyl does not have an item. Landorus is going to switch out into Kisses, the frozen Quillfish. Gets an Intimidator onto Aerodactyl. Having these Intimidators is very key to really nerfing that Mega Aerodactyl, which is such a huge threat on Jared's side of the field. The only UU Mega, but a very powerful UU Mega at that. Jared goes out from Mega Aerodactyl into Delta. Quillfish finally thaws out and goes for spikes to set up hazards on Jared's side of the field. Quillfish gets some leftovers recovery. Quillfish switches right out into Landorus Therian, is going to intimidate the Latios, but it doesn't really matter, as Delta elects to go for the Psyshock, and that does 57% onto the Landorus Therian. Not sitting comfortably, another one is going to take it out. Latios comes back out into Ditto, and both Landorus are facing off against each other. Landorus knocks off the Ditto's Choice Scarf. Ditto's also, I mean, it's good to check your opponent, but also to scout what your opponent has in terms of items and moves. Mega Venusaur is not going to take much from the knockoff again, does not have an item. It's going to Mega Evolve, finally gain the Thick Fat ability and a ton of special attack. U-turns used by the Ditto. Ditto switches out into the Bronzong, the Paralyzed Bronzong Freedom Rings. And a Leech Seed to recover back its health is used by the Compton Caterpies. Good play. Hidden Power Fire comes in, but it looks like that Bronzong especially defensive because that took it right to the bank. And the Psychic's going to come onto the Venusaur. Psychic, one of the only weaknesses that Venusaurs you can really hit it hard with. Psychic and Flying are the big ones. Since Fire and Ice, it's not even super effective against it since it has Thick Fat. Psychic comes in again, does around 40%. More Leech Seed recovery for Venusaur. Freedom Ring switches out and goes out into Heatran, named Donald Trump, or Donnie Trump. And Synthesis by the Compton Caterpie. Such a hard Pokemon to deal with. Giga Drain coming in from the Venusaur. Knocks the Air Balloon. I'm sure that's why he went for a move on the Heatran. And Magma Storm is going to not even do half because of that Thick Fat ability by Mega Venusaur. Great Mega choice by Nick in the draft. Leech Seed comes in onto the Heatran. Stealth Rock onto the Nick's side of the field. More lead seed. Synthesis again from the Caterpies. A lot of stalling going on right now in this battle. Not as much as stalling that happened in my battle, though. It's pretty crazy. Sorry for the way I commentated in that game. I was really nervous and I was focusing on the battle, and I thought I was gonna scrap that and use a post commentary, but I messed up the post commentary, so that's what happened. Synthesis goes from Venusaur. Excuse me, used by Venusaur, and a side shot comes on the Venusaur, does around 50. Synthesis again. Now I think you only get 8 syntheses. I'm not sure, but syntheses. But see what happens here. Still 6 on 6 after a lot of turns. Side shot comes in again. Venusaur, I expect to go for the synthesis again. See, the life orb damage is taking a toll on Latios, as Venusaur is just recovering up the HP. So I get what the Caterpies are doing here. Side shot's gonna go ahead and take out the Caterpies. Venusaur. Nick did not keep his Venusaur long in the other match either. In fact, he could have kept it around, but he let it go down for, so he can get a free switch in. I'd like to see Mega Venusaur last longer in his future battles. I think that might help him out. Ditto is going to intimidate the Landorus. Landorus is going to go for a U-turn and expect a Quillfish to come in here. Oh, it's actually Eczema. See, revealing Hidden Power Ice there, I believe. Oh, Surf. I forgot about Surf. That's right. That's right. Heliolisk does get that. It's actually really fun to run some rain sets with Heliolisk. So you can get a Surf boost, you can get Dry Skin, and you can get your Thunder at 100% accuracy. A little bit of advice for the Caterpies, I guess. Earthquake is going to go onto the Quillfish, and it's going to lose a bit of HP. Jared switches out from the Ditto into Freedom Rings. Thunder Wave onto Freedom Rings. It's already paralyzed, doesn't do anything. I'm going to speed up the pace of this battle a little bit. Quillfish goes out into too powerful. Gets the Levitate ability, which could come in handy against the Aerodactyl, I guess. Aerodactyl does like to get EQ, and also Crocodile. Recover. Another fully para for Jared. Ice Beam from the Porygon does under 10%. And Toxic misses from Jared. Bad luck in terms of hacks recently for him. Quillfish comes in, intimidates the Bronzong, and a Toxic lands onto Quillfish, but it is water poison, so it's not going to do much. More layers of spikes being laid onto Jared's side of the field. Man, wow, Jared cannot get a break at this point in the battle. At the beginning, though, Jared got lucky with the Quillfish freeze. And a super effective Psychic's going to come on and take out the Quillfish. Yeah, I think Bronzong need to be a special attacker or physical attacker. I used to run physical with Gyro Ball. Dark Pulse onto the Crocodile is not going to do much. Resisted. Porygon 2 is going to come in, and it's going to intimidate the... Great play by Nick to intimidate this Crocodile. Obviously, it's a physical attacker. As Crocodile's going to go and knock off the EVLA, which is going to do worlds of good for Jared and the Hollywood Hawluchas. Ice Beam coming again from Porygon 2 onto the Bronzong. It's not doing much damage. Bronzong's going to get a Toxic onto too powerful. Another Ice Beam. Don't exactly know what he's doing here. I don't know what he's trying to stall out, because Bronzong's really not getting hurt. It's getting its leftovers recovery to cancel it out. So I don't know if he's sacrificing this thing right now. I guess that makes sense. But, yeah, definitely. There's no way that Porygon is going to win that battle. Porygon 2. Landorus comes in and intimidates the Bronzong. It's not going to do anything, since we know it's a special attacker now. Landorus is probably going to U-turn on here. Would be a good play. It knocks off. We know it's Choice Scarfed, so yeah, couldn't go for an EQ there. Donald Trump hits the Landorus with a hidden power ice, I believe, probably, yeah, since Nick carries both Salamence and Landorus, who are both 4 times weak to ice. We see a switch from Jared into the Bronzong, and Salamence is going to Dragon Claw the Bronzong. It's not going to do much since it's resisted. Exomo's going to come in. Toxic. The Heliolisk. Donald Trump's going to die to Spikes. Petrie comes out, obviously doesn't get any spikes damage since it's flying type. A Dark Pulse, and it just barely misses the KO. Nick really wanted that one. And then he was going to take out Eczema, and it looks like this one's over for Nick. Might be able to pull back a few kills, so yeah, Outrage is going to knock out that. And a Moxie boost. Wait. Could this be over? No. No, yeah, okay, no. There's no way. Nick's done, but he could fight for, he could fight for some differential here. Maybe only lose 2-0. I believe that would put him at -3 goal differential, or not goal differential, just differential. Now I'm sorry, used to soccer. Gets the Moxie boost, but it's going to die after killing the Bronzong, and Nick falls to 0-2, and Jared rises to 1-1. Arguably should be 2-0. I thought he was going to win that match against Kyle, but that's besides the point. I'm sure Jared's happy to win the game. The Caterpies have looked promising in certain points of the season, but they're 0-2, but I would not say that they cannot make the playoffs, because I still think that there's a lot that's good with this team. Just combining Landorus, Skarmory, Venusaur, there's a lot of potential there. Heliolisk's one of the greatest special attackers, so I'd look out for that team still. Yeah, so 2-0 in Jared's favor. Congratulations to him. See you guys later.